I'm Ryan Jenkins with your TMJ4 News headlines. As the election nears, more GOP visits here in the Badger State. Vice President Mike Pence is in Wisconsin again today for a Make America Great rally. He hosted the campaign event at the Janesville Jet Center. Pence praised President Trump for offering federal assistance to address the unrest following the George Floyd shooting. He also says President Trump showed leadership by traveling to Kenosha to personally thank law enforcement for their response.
President Trump sent in 200 federal law enforcement officers, worked with your courageous state and local law enforcement, and ended the violence.
Well, tomorrow afternoon, Donald Trump Jr. will be campaigning in the Wausau area, and Friday evening, President Trump will speak at Central Wisconsin Aviation in Mosinee. Turning now to the pandemic, UW-La Crosse residence halls are under a shelter-in-place restriction. That's because more students have tested positive for COVID-19. The university is suspending in-person undergraduate classes for 2 weeks. Students were asked not to travel home during that 2 weeks to reduce the spread. Many left campus anyway. More than 270 students tested positive within the past 5 days. Hundreds more are now in quarantine. And UW-Madison is thinking about eliminating spring break next semester to curb the spread of coronavirus. A vote could come today. Officials say dropping spring break would discourage students and staff from traveling long distances and bringing COVID-19 back to campus. One Big Ten school has already canceled spring break for next year because of the pandemic. Ohio State University says instead there will be 2 days without classes, one in February and one in March, to give students a break. And Packers fans celebrating Sunday's season opening win against the Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Rodgers began his 13th season as Green Bay's starting quarterback by passing for 364 yards and 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had a career high and franchise record tying 14 catches and 156 yards and 2 scores. The game, of course, played without fans. Let's go over to Brian Niznansky now with a quick look at the forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's going to be a nice afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, some clouds and wildfire smoke in the air, but overall nice. Temperatures will be in the 60s, staying dry by 10 o'clock, 62, and by midnight, 62 degrees. Should be a great evening to fire up the grill if you don't have dinner plans. Again, we're looking at 65 degrees around dinner time under partly cloudy skies.